it's just, I love golf, and I love to be at the Masters. That's the best part.
Life in April revolves around the Masters.
It's just the mecca. It's just everything. Something that, as a kid living in South Carolina, you just grow up like that's the tournament you watch.
It's just a great thing for Aiken and Augusta and everyone in it.
I took a lot of the architectural things that I had just soaked up as a kid and brought them over here.
What's up, everybody?
How are we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you,
Good
sir.
to see you, man. Eric.
Yes, sir.
Good to
George
see you.
Bryan.
Eric, Jim McNair, nice
Hey, Jim,
to meet
nice
you.
to meet you. How are you? You got a nice spot here?
It's great to have you here in Aiken.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
You got a hell of a golf swing.
Thank you.
You're
I like you.
8-10 handicapper, or?
It's somewhere around a 5 or a 6 now, actually. Yeah. If I get a short game at some point along the road.
You won't be a 5 today out here until you learn the golf course.
This course is your fault.
Yeah. No, I put all those things, I'm the one that actually sets up the golf course in the morning too. I mean, I'm the superintendent and the whole deal. So when you see certain pins out there, you can thank me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Is there anything we should know about the course before we?
It's just a classic old quirky golf course. I mean, perfect example. You're going to drive it on number 1. You're going to drive it down in the bottom of the valley, and you're going to have about 70 to 100 yards.
Yeah.
And it'll be the toughest shot you have all day.
Interesting.
First one. But it's fun. Every hole is kind of unique, kind of different, but they all flow together and take you on a crazy ride, and you come back to the clubhouse and you're like, that was cool.
Well, first of all, this putting green is incredible. Is that your idea?
You know what? The history here is my father, when he bought the golf course in 1960, and my dad was a great putter back in his day. He's in the South Carolina Golf Hall of Fame. So I said, you know what? I'm going to build a putting course. I had read about the one over in St. Andrews.
Himalayas, yeah.
Yeah. And I said, you know what? How many are in the United States? So I Googled it.
Right.
Less than a dozen.
Not
I
that
built
many.
this in 2011, and I dedicated it to my dad. It's
Well,
fun.
it seems like you've done something here that, a few places do, which is sort of, make it welcoming for people that want to come out and spend more than just a round of golf there.
A lot of golf course developers or builders or superintendents don't have it, is the buck stopped right at me. I mean, I made every decision I wanted to make, so I rebuilt a golf course that I would want to play every day. I'll enjoy it.
Thanks for making it happen.
You know what? It's an honor to have you here,
Yeah.
because I know your history.
Stop
That's really
that.
cool.
I can sit here and listen to Jim talk all day. My goodness, I've heard this story like 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
This is awesome.
I guess they say you gotta have college.
Exactly, yeah. All right, headed into the clubhouse here. This is
Welcome to my museum.
awesome.
Welcome to my museum. There's my shrine of my father.
Oh, wow.
Got all his stuff there.
Just living an adventure in golf right here.
The pro here, J.R. Inglis, who helped build the golf course. He built golf courses for Donald Ross. Well, he was a huge advocate of women's golf at the time. In fact, this golf course in 1916 was the very first golf course in the United States to build ladies' tees.
Really?
First one.
What were they called at the time? Ladies' tees or
It was
forward
called
tees?
Forward Tees for Women.
Really?
Forward Tees.
This is the first place.
This is it.
And by the way, today is the first day that women are in a competitive
Yes, it
event
is.
at
Isn't that
Augusta
great?
National.
About time. They're only
Just
about
10 minutes down the road.
They're only about 90 years late.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
There you
So they had what they called the Women's Invitational. We started it. Patty Bird and Babe Saharius played in a match, and it went to the 18th. It was the first time they had ever met. Patty beat her 1-up on the 18th green. And that was the 37 inaugural Women's Invitational, and that kicked it off. They became basically lifelong friends, and they chartered the LPGA together. It was their idea. And they started it, the two of them. And it all started right here when they met. Isn't that crazy? But that's
Well, what
it.
a really cool photo to be proud of, and especially incredibly timely. Well, congratulations on
Eric,
holding that big torch. That's really cool. I'm excited.
Welcome to Aiken, South Carolina. You never. Oh boy.
I have, whoa. I may never have played golf in South Carolina. I love it. Nice up and down.
Birdie. Oh, look at her! His first birdie and his first quote-unquote birdie in South Carolina.
I love South Carolina. That's, of course,
got big vibes.
You can already tell. Shared fairway on the first. Nice putts.
Dang.
Reasonable read. Just the texture of the grass feels very like approachable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's real grass as opposed to like something that you could never afford to walk on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I like that. This place is so, I don't know if you've ever been to Tobacco Road. You got this red dirt, big waste area bunkers. Obviously designed and built by a renegade of the golf industry, Mike Stranth. This has a lot of that to it. And it feels kind of like, you know, it's all golf untucked, if you will, right? I mean,
It's like I'm able to come here and play with my buddies. It's affordable, and it's somewhere where I do this for a living, so I have a tendency to be picky about where I play.
Right.
In this place, I play every day and love it still.
so for the people at home who don't know what you mean when you say I do this for a living, tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm a professional golfer. That's my job. Now me and my brother Wesley George, we started these Bryan Bros stuff probably 5 years ago, and so we were, for a stretch, we were more trick shot guys than professional golfers.
Right.
To try to fund to get to the PGA Tour, and so Wesley selfishly got there first and left me in the dust. But no, so like I travel around playing mini tour events, you know, in South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida.
I mean, it's such a grind, dude.
So
it's the hardest thing on earth.
It's hard to answer because I came out of college with having a really good career, and so I was like, dude, I'll be on the PGA Tour in a couple years. That didn't happen, but the trick shot thing kind of revitalized and re-energized, I guess, my pursuit, and came from caddying trick shots and got PGA Tour Latin America status and then PGA Tour Canada status back-to-back years, which,
That's big.
I mean, it's not that hard to do, but for me, I mean, it's pretty cool to like.
I mean, it's not
go
that hard to
from
do for
nothing-
some people.
Yeah, nothing to like having a spot on a major tour. It's not the Weber PJ, but still, it's pretty cool to say I did that. So, not as good as I'd hoped,
Sure.
but I've accomplished some pretty cool things, you know, in the last 5 or 6 years.
That's awesome, man. And I mean, as well, like, you're the OG trick shot.
Yeah.
Like, no
Yeah.
one was doing it before you.
What's just had a kid. I think he's gonna have a fresh outlook on life, and so I think when he comes back either next year or the end of this year, I think he's gonna have a pretty good run. So, all right, next shot. Let me shoot your yardage for you.
Oh, you got it.
Probably got 125. Oh, a little 15-footer for eagle.
Beauty. That's the shape.
Good, George.
Yeah.
First ball I've seen you hit in months.
Are you going to hit right here?
Absolutely. I
Have
am.
you had a hole in one here yet?
On this hole? Actually, I did. I think I was playing. Was that playing with you, Matt?
He's too good.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa, my man's playing a Precision Pro rangefinder. Respect. Anyway, moving on. George, so you hold the one on this hole. How many holes in one total?
Well, I think only one that counts.
What's the highest number you can give me? How many holes do you have?
I've got 4.
4.
And with 5 with an asterisk. I've had 2 or 1 by myself. Not playing with anyone, I don't count that. So
You're too on it. You're too good.
I don't know. Okay, 5. I made 5.
Beauty.
Oh, a little left, didn't hold off.
Oh my goodness.
That looks
Is it enough?
awesome.
All or nothing. It's like roulette. With tea in mouth, Matt hoisted up there with a vintage golf club, the first cavity back iron ever produced.
Had these babies since 93, maybe 94.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a pastor here in town, and in pastoral talk, I would say a lot of discipleship happens on the golf course.
And what does that mean?
That just means a lot of really good conversations like other Matt over here. Me and him have come out here and played a ton and just talk about life, talk about family, and not to get too deep and spiritual, but that's one of the cool things about golf is there's a lot of time in between shots. You can be competitive and have like really, really good, healthy, good conversations. So
on that level, does it even really matter where you're playing?
the environment, the vibe does matter. If you just go somewhere where it's stale or really slow or any of those kind of things, it changes the vibe a little bit. But out here is a great spot, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's something very personal about this golf course that I've already noticed just on 6 holes now, and it's not like a factor of design. It's more just a factor of human craftsmanship throughout.
Yeah,
You know?
couldn't agree more. it feels, like I said, being new to the area, it feels like home really fast, which is really good.
Like, even though we're in South Carolina, the Masters is the only tournament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But Augusta, even though it's in Georgia, like the Masters is like this place's tournament.
So Matt, the lefty in our group here, volunteers at the Masters and does the scoreboard.
I like the good part about that board is everybody checks that board. First year I was out there was the first year Mickelson won in 04, lefty won, so I'm a lefty, so kind of like that. They have to pay attention to if somebody's putting, they can't put up a birdie on a keyhole by key person while somebody's putting because they're going to get a crowd reaction. That's cool. That's a very unique part about the Masters.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
Smack that thing.
That was all right.
That was actually pretty sweet.
That was pretty sweet, right? Was it loud?
Hey Wesley, look.
Punished it.
Sound like a gun.
Hey Wesley, look who else we got in the foursome. Look at this guy.
It isn't steel daddy.
Hey guys.
Dude, are you just playing like a leisure, run-of-the-mill round of golf and telling people what it's like?
Yeah, I like that. That's a good description. Just telling people what it's like.
Man, it's the first pro golf tournament I ever went to in 2011, which was a heck of an experience. Everything else has been a letdown since then, if I'm being completely honest, although they've been awesome. It's been a letdown.
You know what? Back when I was growing up, tickets were everywhere. So there was a time when I was about 10 years old till I was almost out of college. I went every single year, anytime I wanted to go. Things have changed a lot. My favorite green over there was always number 14 because it's just a crazy rolling green with a false front and all that. And you see a few false fronts out here. So, yeah, we loved Augusta National.
Crossing the road.
You want to, right?
You guys play here a lot? Every day. That is the only correct answer to the question of how often do you play.
Oh, this is
This is
your shirt.
Oh man, well, I guess life in April revolves around the Masters. I've been the past 4 or 5 years. Usually go on Tuesday, practice round. I usually think it's better because they're a little laid back.
Guys, welcome.
Thanks for joining. I'm Eric.
I'm John.
John. Andrew.
I'm George. Welcome to the Random Golf Club. Is that what?
That's pretty much what's happening. For joining. Have you ever played golf with this many people?
Not at once, no.
Great. Great.
Wow. You hit the green.
Out of the car.
I went to school at Augusta University, so formerly Augusta State, and I played golf there. The Masters, obviously we would not be there and have the success that we've had if it wasn't for having the Masters there, and we get to play once a year. Yep.
Can you tell me what that's like?
It's incredible, just to get out there and see the golf course, and like I said before, it's just to go around and see some of the shots that some of the guys in the past have hit and try to replicate those. It's pretty awesome.
There we go.
Did you just join the group now too?
I'm just gonna walk for a little bit. My back is done, so I was up in front. So, I mean, obviously it's a special tournament, but it kind of means the influx of tourists and can get kind of annoying after a while. But as a tournament itself, I mean, it's the ultimate goal for golf, and it's such a cool experience to get to go out there.
Oh my God,
we just had an accidental random golf club here. Aiken Golf Club proving once and again that the game of golf is not played alone. In fact, better played with strangers. We are actually on Ace Camp, so that's a crossover. Jim, how many hole-in-ones have you had on this course? Your course, the one you... Just one?
Just one.
Which
on
hole?
Our signature hole on the 16th.
I bet that was close.
Sadly, no ace. Guys have any games like this, Jim, or anything where you get a bunch of people out on one hole and play? Do you ever do that?
Back in the day, we would.
You really get, I heard it described to me as you really stop sweating the small stuff and you learn how to play fast and you make a lot of new friends. So I love it. That's why we do it. John, and so you guys came from, he said, St. Louis. And you guys are down here for the week for the Masters?
Just for tickets on Monday, so.
Monday tickets?
Yeah.
And you came out to play Aiken Golf Club?
Yep.
And you had no idea you were going to end up with
a bunch of cool locals and some pros.
I've watched it a long time on TV, so thought it'd be great to bring my kid down here and see it in person.
Like, the Masters is such a really cool tournament. I think it just really symbolizes the pinnacle of golf, and I think it's a really exciting time for every fan and all the players. I think it's an awesome experience. I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Okay. Okay, good.
That's a really good setting.
It is.
Lighting.
Nice. Good work, guys. It was honestly the weirdest thing ever because, like, you grew up basically idolizing the Masters, and then your brother is playing, and you're like, this is weird. It's like a normal golf tournament, but it's the Masters that he was playing in, and it was really cool and something, you know, that memory I know our family will cherish forever. So thanks, Wes. Just crazy.
George just asked if I was nervous on my first tee shot at where? What course?
Augusta National Golf Club. Or the second time we played, I shot like 87. And I've never been in a place where I was so mad because I was playing bad and getting smoked by my brother, my dad, and the chairman, who was like 80 at the time.
Right.
So I was supposed to be having fun because you're at Augusta National, the best place on earth, but I was like, yay, I'm out here getting smoked. So it was bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a golf course. It's the story about the course that we're told and that we tell and that we believe.
Yeah.
Because it's not a course. Like, I mean, it's like a religion more than that.
Yeah, it's wild.
Ultimately, yeah, Augusta's a beautiful course, but the people that have it at the top of their bucket list, I hope that they are pleased when they get there because they will realize that it is just a course, and maybe they would rather go play with their 3 best friends or family somewhere that's public or achievable.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. My guy.
My guy.
You're fucking kidding me. I have never done anything like that. Colt, I hope you got that.
Checked into the fringe there and just dead center of the cup.
Legit, best score ever is 99, so that was incredible.
That's awesome. When did you start playing golf?
First tee years ago.
That's
just not good.
That's amazing.
I'm just not good.
Welcome to Ace Cam. You know, never done anything like that. Never chipped in a shot in my life. So, that it happened here with all these people on this day in April.
This has got a sick little par 3 finishing hole where you're just like coming in, beautiful clubhouse.
I'm from North Augusta, South Carolina, right around the corner from Aiken and right across the river from Augusta. I'm just glad that it happens right next to my hometown and that I get to be a part of it every year, that like I'm here for the excitement. It's probably my favorite week of the year, and I got to go to the women's am this year, and that was huge just to just walk the course and see the ladies play. I mean, I loved it. It's awesome out there. Cherish every moment I get out there. Some of the people in Augusta have become jaded to the National being here, to the Masters being here. They are irritated about the traffic and whatever. I think we should all treasure it, that something like this is in our town and that we get to be so close to it and really benefit from it. It's a huge week for Augusta, culturally, financially, whatever. I mean, it's amazing to be here in this time.
Yeah, it was real fun.
Nice to meet you, Eric. Thank you.
It's fun as always, Spencer.
Absolutely.
Enjoyed it. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. That was
You're awesome.
fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was great.
I'm sure I will play actually real golf, but I did today.
That was fun.
Yeah, enjoyed it.